A brief history of flag burning in America. The American flag has always been more than just a piece of fabric. Since its creation in 1777, it has stood as a powerful symbol of unity, liberty, and national identity. But as with any symbol, it has also been the subject of deep controversy. Few acts ignite more heated debate than the burning of the American flag. To understand this history, we need to trace its roots, its role in protest, and the legal battles that shaped its place in American life. Flag burning as a form of protest in the United States did not emerge until the 20th century. In the 1800s, while the flag was already revered, disputes centered more around its proper display and respect rather than its destruction. The real turning point came during the 20th century, particularly in times of war and social upheaval, when Americans began to use the burning of the flag as a way to send a political message. The 1960s marked the first widespread wave of flag burnings. As the Vietnam War dragged on, protest movements across the nation sought dramatic, visible ways to express dissent. The flag, an emblem of the U.S. government and military, became a target. Protesters believed that burning it made a bold statement against what they saw as an unjust war. To them, the act was not about hating the nation itself, but about challenging its policies. But to many Americans, flag burning was seen as intolerable. They viewed it as an insult to the country, to veterans who had fought under the flag, and to the ideals of freedom it represented. This cultural clash set the stage for legal challenges that would last decades. In response to these protests, nearly every state, along with the federal government, enacted laws banning the desecration of the American flag. By the late 1960s, burning a flag in protest was illegal in most of the United States. Courts routinely upheld these laws, arguing that the government had an interest in protecting the flag as a national symbol. The most famous legal turning point came in 1989 in the Supreme Court case Texas versus Johnson. Gregory Lee Johnson had burned an American flag during the 1984 Republican National Convention in Dallas to protest Reagan-era policies. He was arrested under Texas law and convicted of flag desecration. But the Supreme Court, in a narrow 5-4 decision, struck down his conviction. The court ruled that flag burning is a form of symbolic speech protected under the First Amendment. Justice William Brennan, writing for the majority, declared that the government cannot prohibit expression simply because society finds it offensive. This landmark ruling effectively invalidated flag desecration laws across the country. It affirmed that even acts most Americans find distasteful still fall under the broad protections of free expression. Congress quickly responded to the Johnson decision by passing the Flag Protection Act of 1989, attempting to make flag desecration a federal crime once again. But in 1990, in United States versus Eichmann, the Supreme Court struck the law down as unconstitutional, reaffirming that burning the flag is protected, symbolic speech. Since then, efforts to outlaw flag burning have continued. Several times, Congress has debated a constitutional amendment that would allow such laws to be passed. While these measures have often gained support, none have achieved the two-thirds majority required to amend the Constitution. The controversy continues today. For many Americans, the flag is sacred, and its destruction is seen as a direct attack on the nation itself. For others, the right to burn the flag is proof of the very freedom it represents, the ability to dissent, even in the most provocative ways. The history of burning the American flag is not just about protest. It is about the meaning of freedom itself. The flag is a symbol of unity, but also of the right to disagree, even to the point of rejecting the symbol altogether. That tension between reverence and rebellion has defined the American story since its founding. When we look at a burning flag, we are confronted with a paradox. It is an act that offends many, but it is also a reminder that in the United States, the right to dissent is protected, even when it scorches the very symbol of the nation. But with recent news of Trump signing an executive order targeting flag burning, the controversy is sure to continue.